Hello everybody, welcome back to Road to Master. I hope you're all having an amazing day. We're starting off with the white pieces against the 1942 from Indonesia. I thought that was Poland for a second. I think Poland's red on the bottom, if I'm correct about that. I very well might not be. I don't know anything about flags. I find them cool though, just interesting. Anyway, we have a classical Scotch on our hands. We've not had one of these in a while, although they are exchanging, which is interesting. And this leaves another interesting question. I hate to say the word interesting so much, but it leaves a very interesting question of whether we take this bishop with the queen or the pawn. I think the computer would say take with the pawn. You're freeing up your knight square, and you're taking big control of the center. You're not moving their queen, so the knight can't go to its natural square of f6. And you've just got a really nice center you can play a bishop c4. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think that'll be the computer recommendation. And we'll go from there, I guess. We will go from there. I'm tempted to play an f3. Especially with the knight there, I think. We'll play an f3. That's also a very tempting move. Is knight c5. It would have to go queen d8. It's not really doing out. It's kicking the queen, I guess, but it's not really doing much else. You could say it's development, I guess. We could try get the bishop round here. It's not really doing much there though. I think we try it. We could get the rook on c1, I guess, and hit the pawn again that way. Makes somewhat a semblance of sense, I guess. Not that I know much about making sense, but I think it's logical to say the least, I think. C6, we could do something else, if anything else comes to my mind. I'm not sure. I don't think there's any more tricks we can do. I don't mind knight e3. And it's so weird we've had another knight e3 2 games in a row, because that's not a natural square for either knight at all. But I don't mind it. It's strange, but yeah. I'm going to think about a bishop e3, d3, sorry. Again, not a particularly natural move. That's probably one reason why we shouldn't do that, because they win a pawn doing that. That makes a lot of sense. We probably, I don't even know what we do there to avoid that. a3, I don't even know. Who cares? We're playing down a pawn as per usual. I'll go. I don't want to move anything. I don't want to. Can I just pass? Can I skip? I don't want to go for a king move, really. Do we have a queen d2 and try trap the queen if takes? With like a bishop there, could potentially work. Where are they going? Where are they going with their queen? You can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, there. You have to go to a4, at which point, again, where are you going? So after a rook a1, it's trapped. Oh, rook a1, we've got to castle first, which gives them time to fix their problems. So let's castle then. We'll make a threat at least, and we can try drum up some play on the A file. They've got to be careful though. They've got to be very careful. You know, if they don't evaluate this properly, we could be in for some good news. But they go for it. They go for it. We just trap the queen, right? Knight takes, rook takes. Rook takes, Rook takes. Knight takes. Rook takes. Yeah, surely that's just good. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Oh gosh. Is that good? Is that good? I don't know. I don't know at all. I'm pretty sure we get in the queen, but they get a tiny bit of compensation, I think. Yeah, they get some amount of compensation, but not stupid amounts, I don't think. We are up 3 points of material. I'll give them that one. I'll give them that one. They do have this at the end, which is probably a reason to take with the bishop, which is a bit stupid for me. But hey, I think we're all used to me being a bit stupid. I think we are all used to me being a bit stupid. We'll have to take the pawn, right? We'll have to take the pawn. I don't think there's any way of getting any other compensation out of this position. I don't want to do a check, so we'll take this pawn. And we'll go rook b4, potentially. Rook b4? I don't even know. This is a wild position. We have a queen for a rook and a piece. Tricky tricks there. Tricky tricks with rook takes. I'm not going to fall for a second trick. I'm not going to fall for a second. You fool me once. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Probably also shame on me. But, hey. I think rook e3 is fine here. We'll sit the queen on b4. Yes. Yes. Sit the queen on b4. Avoid this check if possible. And we'll play for a b3. Which will stop any rook coming in to c4. We have to be... No, we don't have to be careful because rook takes bishop. Wow, that's insane. Takes, queen takes, b4 check, bishop takes. We have to be... We don't have to be careful at all. This just works. This just works. Oh gosh. This is where it all goes wrong. This is entirely where everything goes wrong. It's insane. I love it. I love this game. I hate this game, but I love this game at the same time. Okay. What have they got in store for us? We've got... Where did our time go? Where did our time go? Gosh. I don't even know. I thought we were playing that relatively quick, but wow. Okay. Game face is on. Game heads on. We've got to win this somehow. We're up 1 point of material. We definitely let this one slip. Yeah, they go for the check like I thought they might. They go there. Can I just take? Can I just take? Take. Pawn takes with check. King f3. I think is fine. We can build like a little fortress. We can build like a little fortress, hopefully. I don't know. I really don't know. But they have back rank problems, potentially, as well. We'll go f3, because our queen and rook's covering the c3 square. So, yeah, rook c2, we'll take, potentially. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, we probably can take, with the dual threat of back rank and attacking the bishop. They go there. Interesting. I'm not going to take this pawn, I don't think. Can I just take this? Why can't I just take that? I don't know. I don't see the point of that one, to be honest. I really don't. Just open lines. I don't think there's a tactic there. Surely that's just a free pawn. I don't see the tactic. I don't. I'm calling the bluff on that one. I think that's a load of baloney. I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, they go for this tactic, which is nice. It's better to go with this rook, with the first rook rather than the 8th rook. So you're not leaving your back rank as vulnerable. Okay, what have they got? Can I just push this? I could take this if I really wanted to. But then the checks don't look too appealing with the rook there coming up. They're potentially taking some of these pawns. I might spend a move. and go king g3. I don't think that's a stupid idea. Now, a lot of my ideas are stupid, but I think this is one of the more sensible ones. They push the pawn. I respect that. Looking for pawn push, king takes with the rook there with check. Threats. We could go h4 and combat that immediately. Is an option. We could go h3. Wow. Oh, the defensive is just... It's so hard being defensive all the time. Oh, there. So if they push and we go there... Then they have bishop checks around this way, though, which I'm not a fan of. F3 there takes. Rook there. Queen a5. Rook takes. King back is fine, right? We'll play f3. Oh, f3 bishop there is annoying. Really annoying. Oh, gosh. h4. I don't know. I really don't know at all. This is scary. This is so sketchy. We have limited time. Okay, we'll threaten the bishop and we'll pick up this pawn with the threat on the rook as well. I think is fine. You know, making threats on pieces is always... I won't say always, is usually a good idea. And we'll take that. Rook there. Very, very not good. Oh, they didn't go for it. That's fine. We'll go f3 then. Like we planned. Like we plotted. Now that doesn't work because queen takes rook. We're safe. Okay. Think. We're a bit safer with our king. We need to get our queen off this deadly annoyance. I guess it no longer works now because the rook's no longer attacking the rook. But this is poor. This is poor quality chess. But that is the best type of chess, you know. That is the best type of chess. I believe today it's also the final of Norway chess, which is super exciting. I think Magnus is leading by half a point. I don't know. But that's going to be an exciting one to watch. I don't know what time it's on. I better check that before I miss it. But I think I will watch that. And it's I was told as well at the club last night, a few of the top players are starting to play the Scotch, which is very, very exciting. Because that's my favourite opening. So it's good to see that coming back at the top level. It used to be, the Scotch and the Scotch Gambit used to be way more mainstream. And then computers obviously came around and ruined the game. Not true, but you know what I mean. I like that move. I like that move a lot. Okay, we'll go queen b5, I guess. Bishop there. I don't even know what we do, to be honest. We can think about going on the counter-attack, I guess. As long as we're not running out of too much time, you know. Yeah, I think we could be okay. I would consider trading off the rook for the bishop. I would. With these two passed pawns, if it wasn't for this two passed pawns, then no, never. Potentially with these. Very potentially. I think if we can get a rook b7 in, that would be super, super nice. I would consider a queen f5. I would consider a d6, although that's opening up more lines for their bishop, which isn't ideal. They go rook there. Let's go rook there. We've got a minute left. We really, really need to speed up here. Rook there, we've got the threats on the bishop, which is good. And that allows us to go rook b7 so we can start attacking the f-pawn. Ah, that's annoying. Okay. Well, let's go there then. I think this is good. I think this is a good move. Hitting the pawn. Looking at the F pawn as well still. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm scared. With 47 seconds left, I'm very scared. But you've got to keep cool head. D6 comes with tempo now. Tempo on the rook. It can't really do much, to be honest. Can't really do much. Wow, we're going for it. We're going for it. We're going for it. It's insane. This is mental. This is really, really mental. Rook there. There. Is this good? I don't know. 37 seconds left. We've got back rank threats as well because the queen's covering H7. We'll pre-move rook takes. In case I try anything funny. This is cutting it too close for comfort. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I don't think they can stop it though, which is good. What are they going to do? I don't think they can stop it. Yeah, they go there. Which point I go there, right? I think works. Same threat. I'm scared. I'm so scared. We can consider rook takes if this rook moves as well. They go for that. I don't think they're getting anything out of this. I don't think so. I don't think they can do it. Threat and takes. We've got two queens, so we should be able to do this. If we're gonna have to pre-move a lot. Hopefully they resign, because that would be a kind thing to do. Making us play it out, not so kind. I sort of respect it though. I sort of respect it. Sloppy. Sloppy. We should have this. I think this is simple enough that we should have this. I can pre-move that, right? Yeah, I can pre-move that. Okay, we should have this. I'm a lot more confident now. Maybe not. I don't know. Queen there. You just go, yeah. We're good. We're good. I don't know why I'm doing that, wasting time with that one. But there we are, I guess. I'm not sure why I'm wasting time with that either. But again, there we are. There we go. There. Oh. That was scary. That was really, really scary. Too close for comfort. Let's have a look, because we definitely messed that up big time. Yeah. Luckily they gave us the queen. Luckily for them, we gave them back so much material. 76.5 versus 73.1% accuracy. 1850 versus 1500. Wow. Yeah. We have a Scotch mainline, although they decide to trade off, which is not ideal. And the best move was actually Queen D4. Yeah, I guess. Queen takes, you just play without a queen, I guess. I don't know. It's gone from not... Apparently the move is to take the pawn, not the bishop. That's insane. Bishop check, knight c3. Wow. Okay, I never would have thought that, but that's plus 1.3, which is insane. I guess it's just development. Anyway, we did this, which goes back to a bit more equality, and we decided to keep the queens on the board. Knight h6 is just weird. I would rather just move my queen, and then get the knight to its more natural square. I think it's better rather than going here, at which point, like, you get the bishop on e2, the knight can't go here or here, so it's got to sort of just go back anyway. Nah. We went with this knight d5 attack. We sort of knew that didn't work, but it looked cool, I guess. And then knight e2. We let them get this check, which apparently is fine. With queen d2 being the correct move, and if they take the pawn, it's plus 3.2. Now, I didn't know if this actually worked or not for them or for us, I guess. But, you know, like, if you've played a while, you know there is a lot of themes around letting them take the A or B pawn with thoughts of trapping the queen. So, I'm glad this worked. Queen c4 instead of rook a1 straight away, because they can escape to on this diagonal or to a4, and you don't have the time to stop them, I guess. And then, oh, you go b3? Wait, what? b3, only move queen a3, at which point knight c2? Covering the rook on a1. Wow. And that's still trapped? So if they try go there... Oh, well, your queen's under attack, duh. So queen a2. If you go queen a2, follow up, castles, and you get the queen that way. If they go straight to b2, apparently the best move is b2. Then what? Castles, and then a similar trade happens. That's insane. That is ridiculously insane. Knight g4, just a blunder. You have a move to play c5. Just play c5. It completely frees you up. And it's still apparently better for white. I guess because of all the tempos you've got developing on the queen. Black's still a bit underdeveloped. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. They are only up a pawn, I guess. They decide to go knight g4, which just traps the queen. And we were stupid enough here not to take with the bishop, which is obviously the best move. And taking back with the king walks into this. Still winning, still 3.2. Not quite 4.6 though. And then we played this a bit sloppy as well. The reason we can't take this pawn is because of bishop a6 pinning the rook to the king. You can't legally move, and it's not a nice position to be in at all. Apparently that's a blunder, which makes sense. With queen takes bishop, you've got dual back rank threats. You can't deal with both of them, and you just get the material back. Very, very cool stuff. So we shuffle about a bit, try to secure things. B3 is an interesting idea. Maybe giving them too many checks down the line. Don't know. And we played... Yeah, this D5 idea I didn't get. I guess it gives them an open file if they want it, but you can't really do anything because of this pawn covering A3. The rook's covering E3, sorry, as well. And it's just opening more lines for my queen, which I think is not what you want to do. And then this G3, King G3, the slow move is actually the best move. I feel wise. I feel like a wise old owl for playing that. A Russian grandmaster who plays these prophylactic moves. Yeah, I don't know. H4 is good. Rook there. We attack the bishop a bit. Takes, and then they missed this. I think is interesting. Does that work? Inaccuracy. Oh, because you just take, and then apparently this is winning, which makes sense. The 2v0 on this side, and then the 3v3 on this side should be winning. Maybe easier said than done. I don't know. I probably would have had to take it if not. And the reason it no longer works now is because of queen takes rook. Now, the whole reason it worked is because I can't counterattack this, and the rook's also attacking my rook at the same time, which is the only reason this worked. we shuffle around a bit more, try get the queens and rooks doing some more threats rather than just sitting around, and push our advantage, which ultimately worked in our favour, although we did make some unnecessary moves. We should have gone here better, and then that's mate, which is smart, I guess. We messed around. We allowed rook e2 for some unknown reason. I just got everything off the board, pushed some pawns, and promoted a second queen, which usually I hate on people for, but to be fair, running low on time, I'm not gonna risk this one. You got to do what you got to do, you know, even if it's the cheap way out, you know. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like if you liked. Please subscribe if you really liked, and I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Bye bye.